We have a ton of Bimtoy products. Let's talk about some of our favorites. Welcome to the Gastlecast. I'm Chris.
I'm Heather.
On this episode, we're going to cover all things Bimtoy because we're getting prepared for the big interview series with Reese O'Brien. So what better thing to talk about but all of his creations?
Yeah, nothing. Nothing better to talk about.
Nothing better to talk about. So Bimtoy is what got us into vinyl toys outside of Funko Pops. It is pretty much what led us into like Abominable Toys and all those other smaller toy companies. I remember hearing rumblings around the local group meets that we would attend, and I would always hear Tiny Ghost, and I'm like, what the hell is Tiny Ghost? What is this? We finally looked it up and we found some really cool looking items, and a bunch of the ones that you see here are some of the ones that we saw, and that's why we got into the whole Tiny Ghost game. Is that what they call it? They call it like Funko game? Is this Tiny Ghost game or Bimtoy game?
Maybe. I think that's what the kids say, but I'm not a kid enough anymore.
So I want to talk about some of our favorites that are right here in our collection, and then also some that we would like to eventually have in our collection. But before we get started, remember to hit that subscribe button and that little bell. That way you'll know anytime we go live or post new content like this right here. So what really got me started on my Tiny Ghost collection was this guy right here. And this is the Death Cult Tiny Ghost. I love this Tiny Ghost. I think he's my favorite Tiny Ghost. They have another version of this guy where it's a red like ghost with black symbols on him. And that is one that I definitely want. To match this guy. This is what got me so excited about this company, and this is what got me so excited about Tiny Ghost. What's so cool about Tiny Ghost is that you have some that come with these really elaborate symbols and things, and it makes you wonder, what does all this mean? And it looks so dark and gnarly, and I really like that about this company. I really like that about these products. Not all of them are gnarly and dark like this guy here, but sometimes you might get a shark or two.
No, you're wrong. You don't get a shark or two, you get a shark or three.
Or shark or three. Well, in this case, three. So we got the 3-pack. We posted a video about this not too long ago, but this is Dawes. And Dawes is a really cool Tiny Ghost. He looks like a little shark. He's really cute. Obviously much different than the Death Cult, you know? Yeah. So there's a bunch of different kinds of Tiny Ghosts. I think like a Tiny Ghost for everybody. Do you have any favorites here in our collection?
I like this one.
Okay.
And I like this one.
Okay.
And I like this one.
Oh, I love that one too. So that's the metal miniature mini Tiny Ghost. You found this for me as like, I think, a birthday gift?
I got really lucky. One of our friends sent it to me for the price of shipping.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I was thrilled to get him.
That's so cool. This guy is obviously a black metal like Tiny Ghost. He has all the black metal like makeup on. He has an upside down cross. I would love to see that one in a larger ghost in the future. We don't have that.
Cool. Oh, I forgot. So this isn't Tiny Ghost, but this guy is also in my favorites.
Waldgeist.
Yeah, and when I saw the picture, I was like, I don't really like that. But having him in person, he's like, I don't know, something about the picture just didn't do it justice. He is tall and just creepy and crazy looking. Weird. I love him. Yeah.
He's really weird. They released a silver, a gold one, and then the regular colored one. I kind of wish I went for the regular colored one, but this is what caught my eye. The silver one. But the regular one, I'd eventually might like to get my hands on that. I can't wait to talk more about all of these symbols and the different ghosts that Bimtoy comes up with. I think Reese is going to give us a bunch of information, answer a lot of questions that we have that, you know, that we've always been thinking while collecting these guys. You know, another one of my favorites, I love all the ones, again, with the symbols and things. This guy is cool, too, and this is the, I think he's the... Geek Cult. I was going to say the Nerd Cult. So, Geek Cult. So, he's really neat because he has a lot of, like, logos and symbols and things that are very geeky. He has...
There's a Harry Potter for sure.
Harry Potter.
Star Wars and Batman.
Star Wars, Batman. There's a Mandalorian symbol. There's a spider for Spider-Man. There's a TARDIS from Doctor Who. There's a bunch of stuff on this very cool Tiny Ghost. So that's another one of my favorites. These guys are cool, and I really like when they glow them in the dark. We have a few that glow in the dark here as well. These guys all glow in the dark. These are all like multiple colors. They remind me of jelly beans.
Yeah. They're very Eastery.
Very Eastery. I do love the 3-inch ghosts a lot more than I like the bigger ones, although I would never give this guy up for the world. But if they made these in 3-inch, I'd be super, super excited. The problem is I don't know if they could fit those symbols on there.
Probably not.
Because some of these are very small. It's hard to fit them on these 5 inches anyway. There are a couple of tiny ghosts that we do not have that we definitely want. There's one called, I believe it's called Death Mask. And it's a black tiny ghost, but it has like this skull kind of gold face on it.
Oh.
And it's really, really cool looking. And I think it's one of those very limited ones.
Oh.
Then there's also a black on black version of this one.
Is it like a matte black with like a shiny black face?
Exactly,
Okay.
yes. And it looks just like this.
I think I've seen him.
Those are, I think, my top 2. And also that colorful Waldgeist.
I only have one that I actually want to get, but I wanted to note that one really cool one. I think, was it NYCC last year? The Watermelon Tiny Ghost.
Yes, the Watermelon Tiny Ghost is cool.
So cool looking and
cool
so
one.
unique. Like, who makes a toy about watermelons? Or about watermelon ghosts?
I know.
The only one that I really, really want is just the plain old nerdy tiny ghost.
So you could literally buy a miniature pair of glasses and put them on all these, and they could all be nerdy tiny ghosts.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I can do that.
Put a pair on any of these.
I'll do that.
So make sure you tune in for our interview series with Reese O'Brien on May 3rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. You're not going to want to miss it. We have a ton of questions that I think will tickle your fancy. Does that sound weird saying tickle your fancy?
A little bit, but like it might tickle their fancy.
Guys, what do you think about our awesome Tiny Ghost collection, our Bim toy collection? Obviously, Waldgeist is here.
Yeah, just one other Bim toy.
One other thing here, yeah, because we love the Tiny Ghost so much. Let us know what you think about all this and more in the comment section down below. Guys, it's that time again. Remember, as always, we hunt together, yes! We will catch you next time!
Bye.